What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to talk about the progress friend and fan of the show, Adam Clendening, is making in his first professional season with the Rockford Icehogs of the American Hockey League. Obviously, Chicago Blackhawk draft pick. We'll talk about that in a second. But he's got 16 points in 19 games. He's been on an absolute heater the last couple of weeks and really emerging as one of the preeminent young defensemen in all of hockey. And dare I say, if there was a season going on right now, he'd be up on Chicago's the second power play unit with the Hawks at the Madhouse on Madison. I highly recommend. Chicago's my favorite city in the world I can never live in. I love that city. We'll talk more about my love of Chicago at a later date. Chelsea dagger, but it's up and down started. This is really a steep learning curve. You go from playing against kids in college, playing against men on a night in night out basis, especially when you factor in this season. There's guys that would be on the second line of NHL teams in the AHL. I mean, even you look at his defense partner, Nick Leddy. Dude was up all last year, and he's a great player, and he was top 4 defenseman in Chicago last year. I mean, he's that good. But I like Clendy's game. I think he should have been a first round pick back in 2011. I think had he been born a couple months later and was on the development team his draft year, I think he would have been a first round pick. I think scouts kind of put too much. And he had a great freshman year. He was 17 when school started 2 years ago, and really emerged last year. It's arguably the best defenseman in Hockey East, and this year is showing more of the same. And I'll tell you what, the Terrier sure could use him. And even though they're playing very well, and the guy wearing his number 5, Mac Rizlik, is playing outstanding. But you really see why Chicago coveted him, and Bowman and company were speaking so highly of him coming out of camp. You see there's obviously the defensive awareness is coming around. That's fine with young players. You know that going in. But the tenacity in terms of the penalty minutes is there. He's got 14 PIMs. He averaged, he had 144 penalty minutes in less than 80 games on CONMAP. So he's got some tenacity to his game, and I think that's an overlooked aspect of it. And I think that translates to the pro level, and hopefully they get a deal done. Because I'd love to see him give him breakout passes, those home run long bombs that he was so great at giving to Matt Nieto on the development team at BU, Pat Kane, in due time. That's all in this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Adam Clendening's progress through 19 games in the AHL. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Best of luck going forward, buddy.